Hey guys, it's Joe, the Joe Madden Sports Podcast here, joined this afternoon by Coach James Young of Sports Grid. Coach, thank you for coming back on the show. How's the day treating you?
It's been treating me well. I haven't had basketball in my life for 3 days with no NBA finals, so I'm kind of itching and ready for the game tonight.
Where are you watching this game tonight, Coach?
Right at home, right with the family. I'll watch it at home. Hopefully, the kids will be sleeping by 9. They better be sleeping by 9. And I'll just watch the game from home and see, and hopefully, we'll have a good game. The playoffs haven't given us a ton of drama, Joe. More than half of the games have been blowouts. So I'm looking forward for a good game, but I'm a little nervous tonight that we may have a little bit of a hangover still from the Celtics from winning in Game 7 versus Miami.
Yeah, it's going to be excuse me, my voice there just didn't want to work. I apologize. It's going to be definitely a great game. Before we jump into it, I want to know what kind of fan you are sitting there on your couch. You got money on the game. You got things riding on it. Are you vocal? Are you waking those kids up?
It depends. It depends. If it's the Knicks, I'm usually cursing them out. As being a Knicks fan, but they're never in the final, so they're never playing in June. So why am I even talking about them? No, I'll have a little bit on the game, and I'll enjoy it. And it's interesting. Sometimes, a lot of times, I do honestly turn the game off in regards to the sound, and I'll either listen to. Most likely, I'll be listening to Sports Grid, and listening to them. I also like to watch it, even if I'm not listening to Sports Grid. I like listening to it without sound because it kind of lets me watch the game a little bit better. Kind of takes me back to my coaching days of scouting, where I would scout with no sound, just so I can kind of focus and concentrate on what's going on.
Oh, that's a really interesting thing to know. I didn't know that people would do that, scouting, watching it without sound. I guess you don't get any outside influences of announcers or anything like that when you do it. Great tidbit there, Coach, that I'm learning from you. Now, tonight, we have an epic game. Like you said, we've all been jonesing for basketball to get back. Starting tonight, game 1 of the series, we've got the Golden State Warriors welcoming in the Boston Celtics. We've got a total that has climbed from 211. It's now up to 213.5 on some books. What are you liking for this matchup tonight?
I like Golden State. I like Golden State in Game 1. I do think there is, like I said, some kind of hangover from winning a Game 7, especially Game 7 on the road. Even though Boston's got a couple of days rest, Golden State's been well rested. They're really good after coming off a long breaks, and they've been 4-0 against the spread the last 4 home games. So I do like Golden State tonight in the contest. It's at 3.5, 4, depends on what book you're looking at. But I have the sense that it could be a blowout tonight. I think there's a game that this could be the blowout, and then it sets up Boston for a really pivotal game too, because I have a feeling, Joe, that Golden State's going to get a game in Boston. Now, if that happens, that means this is critical for Boston if they don't get tonight to win game number 2 and get back to the East Coast square at 1.
Absolutely. Any players that you're looking at for props tonight that you think are going to have a phenomenal night?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at a couple. I'm looking at Robert Williams to go over his rebound prop. Robert Williams, listen, folks, out of all the players left in the playoffs, Robert Williams had the best rebounding per game average, right around 10. Average 7 rebounds a game versus Golden State. And it's a little bit of a different matchup than with a Bam Adebayo, because you're going to look at that, Horford may have to spend a lot of time guarding Draymond. And if he's guarding Kevon Looney is going to be under the basket. He won't be on the perimeter, which means that Robert Williams is going to be around for defensive rebounds. Also, really great O-board. His number, I think, is at 6.5. So I like Robert Williams to go over his rebound props. I like Jordan Poole to go over his points prop tonight, sitting around 15.5. Jordan Poole has all 3 for game 1 so far in the playoffs has gone over, averaged 18.5 points per game during the regular season, only hang him at 15.5. I think this is someone that can go off, because especially if they're playing with Steph a little bit, you're going to look at someone like Marcus Smart guarding Steph. So that does mean that both Clay and Jordan Poole has an opportunity to get loose a little bit, especially if you're looking like a Derek White or a Peyton Pritchard guarding him. So look at that. And Draymond assists is something I think is going to be fascinating. Golden State runs a lot of split action, meaning that they get 2 guys together. One goes to the basket, one pops. And the ball is in Draymond's hands a lot. They do a lot of dribble, handoff stuff. So you got to look at the fact, does Boston switch everything? If you get into switches, Joe, you're going to get in situations where there's confusion involved and that can lead to mismatches and open shots. So look also at Draymond Green to go over its assist prop tonight.
Absolutely. Now, with you looking at these over on props, are you looking for this to be a higher scoring game tonight, Coach?
I actually think it's going to be higher scoring. I know it jumped from 211 to 213.5. I still think it can get to the over because I do think, you got to remember, folks, Golden State also is not a really good defensive team in this regard. And you got to be careful here. Boston's not going to want to play this game high pace, Joe. They're going to want to grind it out because they don't have the offensive firepower that Golden State does. But Golden State has a tendency to throw the ball around the gym. Now, is Boston going to be disciplined that when they don't have the fast break opportunities to not run it up all the time, because that plays into Golden State's hands? I think they're going to be a little bit nervous. They're going to be out of sync a little bit. That's why I think the game should go over, even at 213.5.
Okay, well, it's going to be a great game. Can't wait for it to get started. And again, I agree with you. I'm hoping for no huge blowout games, but if it could happen, could be in this first one. Are you still thinking right now that this series will go deep, or are you going to be looking more at tonight for your predictions on that?
No, Joe, I still think it's Golden State in 6 games or less, or a lot of places you can get Golden State at minus 1.5 games at plus money. I think it's something you have to look at right now, because if you want Golden State at minus 1.5 at plus money, Joe, after the game tonight, if they win, that's going to change. You're not going to be able to get it at plus money. So if it's something where you think Golden State's going to win in 6 games or less, like I do, I don't think there's going to be a sweep. If you can tell me Golden State in 5, I could understand that. If you say Golden State in 6, I can understand it. I don't think it goes 7. It doesn't go 4. You're right in that sweet spot of 5 or 6 games. So Golden State minus 1.5 games at plus money is the way I would play it.
I like it. Okay, Coach, where can everyone find you on socials, find all of your shows that you're doing on Sports Grid, and where can they tune in?
Well, my Twitter handle is at Coach Young NJ. My IG handle is JRY02. I'll be on. Scotty Farrell is still out, so I'll be on with Mike Carver at 3:25 on SportsGrid.com and all the Sports Grid radio affiliates. And I'll be back on with the 2 lovely Canadians, Cam Stewart and Gabe Morenzi at 7 p.m. on Game Time Decision. In-game live. All access at 7 p.m. tonight. That will be on Series Channel 159 and obviously all Sports Grid radio affiliates. And then I'll be back on again in-game live primetime with Dane Martinez and Scotty Wetzel at 10:25 tonight. So I'll be all over Sports Grid, and obviously every day, 3:25, you'll catch me on with Scotty Farrell.
Definitely a busy night for you, Coach, but enjoy this game. Enjoy all of your shows. Keep crushing it. You're absolutely killing it in the industry. I love everything that you've got going on.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me again. Enjoy the game tonight.
Enjoy the game, you guys. I will be back at the quarter after the hour with another Joe Madden Sports podcast. We'll see you then.